Hello and welcome back to the analysis desk here at FACEIT LAN Finals, the grand final. I don't even know where to start. 16-1.
Wasn't much of a first map. I mean, this wasn't even something where you have to talk about is TSM choking, all that sort of thing, because choking requires them to actually at least like be in the game and then problems to happen and people to have issues here. It looked here like TSM weren't even in the game. I haven't seen them play this badly, maybe ever. I'm trying to think of a single map where they were this dominated by another team. It's not like NiP was playing perfect CS, no problems. NiP was playing very well, but we've seen them play about this well, I think, throughout the weekend. I think, in general, one of the first things I thought when this map ended 16-1 there was if I was a Fnatic person and I'm at home watching on stream now, back in the hotel, thinking, oh, let's watch TSM win the tournament anyway, and I guess they were the best, and at least we lost to the champions. If I saw that map there, I'd just take like the laptop and throw it out the window, because I'd be like, where was that TSM when I was playing in the semi-finals? They weren't. They were amazing on Inferno in this tournament. The T-side was unreal. And on this T-side here, they didn't even do the same things they did. They never took over the banana. They would just get utterly destroyed when they tried going into B. They just gradually... It just got worse and worse. It never got better and better. They never started to gain rounds and get a momentum going. There's nothing whatsoever. So if this team turns up like that to the next map, it'll be over immediately. Now, I'm thinking it won't, though. I'm thinking the reset, a new map, it should actually bring something more out of TSM. But they haven't turned up to the final so far.
You'd hope the 16-1 loss would kick them up the backside a little bit.
I mean, losses previously have. I mean, in this tournament here, they've even managed to lose maps, sometimes close maps, sometimes big ones, and come back and trash the other team. We've seen this in the semi-finals, seen this in other maps. So I do think that it won't just be another total crushing like that. But then again, though, some of the players on TSM right now must be probably the worst rock bottom their careers have ever been in, because they probably felt after the Fnatic game like we did some of the heavy lifting then, and now we're supposed to beat NiP, for example, but now they're already facing elimination in the second map after their map pick.
Can you guys speculate as to why this has happened to TSM? Like Thorin's saying, they're not playing to the same standard. Why is it?
Why do bad things happen to good TSMs?
That is the question I'm asking.
I think it's a combination of them. Like, they're getting a bad start at first, and if you give NiP like a 6-1 lead, they're just gonna keep getting better and better. They're gonna get more confident. We saw, as Dan just spoke about, how GetRight played that banana. Like, he took way too many peeks to be safe, but he just killed every TSM player he was peeking.
Every shot that he took was just spot on. His spray was perfect. Complete confidence. Like, that's the funny thing that you brought up is that every one of these players was actually hitting everything. Like, it wasn't just like, oh, GetRight's playing Rerun and like Forest is doing really well as well. But even Friberg has been having like worse results lately. And some would say recently in last month, Friberg's maybe one of the players who underperforms the most on the team. He was destroying them as well. Every single time they push into them, they would guarantee get like 2 frags each, and then they've got 1 player left.
Yeah, I think the combination is NiP being a good team when they're having a big lead, and TSM is not known for being the team that makes like this great comebacks as well. So if they're down, they're usually like playing worse. And I can actually agree with, like, in the last few rounds, I agree with Thorn. I've never seen TSM play that badly, and if you play that badly and you're playing a good NiP, you're gonna get crushed.
Right. We're going to try and get this over as quickly as possible, so we're going to go through to Dust 2, map number 2, Threat DDK, take it away.
Okay, so Thorin was saying, okay, maybe it'll wake them up, they can get reset. Is Dust 2 a good map for that, would you say?
Yeah, I would say Dust 2 is actually TSM best map. I'm actually surprised that it was NiP who picked that map.
They always seem to pick it, and actually, the weird thing is that historically, they like to pick it a lot, but they lose it a lot as well. So it's like, I'm not sure about the logic there with NiP. Maybe it's just because it's Dust 2 and they just know it so well.
Yeah, maybe they feel like they're stronger than TSM on that map, but they feel like they're choking when they're playing then on it. I don't know, but it's a weird choice. But we're gonna see the 9th round go live now. NiP starting as terrorists.
Okay, so perhaps TSM can get themselves a good start at the very least. Of course, NiP, I think they won the first place round on Inferno, right?
Yes.
And they won the second one as well, so...
It was a 2v4 after... No, not after.
Oh,
Plant.
yeah.
Exactly, on the B side.
Oh, yes, it looked amazing for TSM. They got... Actually, that was probably one of the best looking rounds for TSM on that first round of the last map. But here we go, into the pistol. And we see a pretty standard setup, actually, from TSM. They haven't pushed anyone up at mid or anything. It's just karrigan. He's the only guy who's really pushed forwards. He's going to have some information towards Catwalk. He'll spot a couple players, but so far they don't really know anything for sure. It's just regular map control plays coming in. And Device is sitting there looking for a mid peek here. He's going to spot a couple players, going to make the call up Cat, and then it's on karrigan now to actually make the frags happen defensively. Kind of playing it like the AWP there, just one shot looking for the head, doesn't get much more than a tag. And now Xipnix is here with him as well. cajunb also playing towards long, so the NiP are going to be dropping into the crosshairs of TSM. They just have to connect the bullets, and here NiP come. Good crossfires coming in for TSM, but they're not getting the kills just yet. 3-on-3 here. NiP pretty tanked up. The bomb still needs to go down. It's on the bomb site though, and allu's going to do that. Device though, oh, he can't get the kill, but he does get allu down to 16 HP. Device, he's the last man standing. Swapped out for the Glock as well. He's got quite a bit of time to play with here as he makes his way up. Looking for the jump shots there. Has spotted allu. He's so low, and allu gets the headshot. Device has to feel completely robbed.
Yeah, and just that jumping pistol in that position is just so random, and usually you get the kill after like 3 or 4 jumps, so it was very unlucky that he didn't get that kill. And after losing 16-1, losing the pistol in that manner, and we seem to have some issues here.
Yeah, we'll give you guys an update as soon as we get the information as to what's actually happening. Of course, we can see that quite a lot of players have disconnected from the game, mostly, well, 3 TSM players and even someone from NiP. So, well, we've only seen really a pistol, and...
I wonder, did someone disconnect during the pistol? Like, if it's going to be replayed, or...
I guess we'll find out for you guys as soon as possible. So I mean, you were talking to me previously about how do we analyze map number 1? So there's not much we can go to regarding map number 1 because again, it looked like just NiP was super hot and TSM couldn't get anything going. That round, that pistol round, that one round that we have to analyze. Oh, okay, so we are going to restart the pistol round. So no restart. So there's no restart. Got you guys, maybe. So no restart on the pistol round, so that's going to go to NiP. And TSM, they're down now. They're going to have a bad economy. What kind of rounds are they looking at? Are they going to go for the 4x? Should they save up? Because, you want the AWPs going pretty fast. How should they go for this? Oh, triple scout.
They're actually going for the triple scout, which is kind of crazy. I think Dust 2 is one of the harder maps to play the scouts on, but TSM might just prove me wrong here.
Well, the first man to go down, that's going to give them the confidence to keep pushing towards B. dupreeh is now at the back of the site with a 5-7. And he's got a teammate there with the cajunb with the scout. And again, NiP just, they look so confident moving into these sites. TSM not really getting any hits even. 2 of them down straight away. They're going to try to save the scouts and the 5-7 on Xipnix. But yeah, the confidence for NiP still seems to be going here.
In watching a lot of Dust 2 games, seeing the 4 spies as CT, they're so rarely successful on this map. It's not like it's Mirage, where it's very easy to do the 4 spies on CT, because you can force the, you can utilize the scout in middle, you can do the jumping scout on B, you can go close and A-slow with an SMG. Like on Dust 2, if the terrorist just plays it right, you will never get a proper duel, and I think TSM should have gone for just P250s and try to get exit kills.
And the other thing about Dust 2 as well is that there's even multiple very safe options to play. That was kind of the B variant there from NiP, but there's also the more commonly used A-long variation where it's just one big area that you don't really have to worry about close range engagements. So yeah, I'm with you there. I'm with you there from an analytical standpoint. But so they have managed to save that one scout into this next round. karrigan trying to get some tags going, but no connections just yet. In come the pistols with the short push, and they are going to get the aggression in. But NiP have the bomb site B, and the bomb should be planted momentarily. Now just making sure that everything's safe. Good tag there from karrigan. Does miss the second follow-up shot, and it's all on the remainder of TSM here to make something happen. there is a player dupreeh. I think he's saving the AK at top mid, just in a pretty unusual spot actually. And that's going to be something they'll be hopefully for them taking into the next round.
Yeah, it should just been mixed around here for NiP.
So it is just did we see team? Okay, no. It's just dupreeh here. He needs to survive. They're going to be trying to hunt him down. You can see they've already kind of started working towards T spawn. Up middle now, they're going to spot him. And I love the ragdoll in this game. It is brilliant.
And another point why it's bad to go for the force buys on CT Dust 2 is because you really want to go for at least one op.
Yeah.
Usually we see teams trying to go for the double op setup, and just look at TSM now. They don't have a single op. Didn't achieve that much on the force buy. I think they got 2 frags on the second round. Didn't get a single one on the first one, so yeah, great start here from NiP. And just for you guys tuning in, there's a bug now, right? And with the score, it's actually 3-0 to NiP.
Okay, so we'll have to see if NiP can get another advantage early into the round. TSM playing a pretty normal setup at the moment. They've got 2 on the B bomb site. They've got 3 towards A in that kind of line. Very standard stuff, and the very fast timing up middle here is going to make life a little bit difficult for Xizt, but he still connects the shots long range. So that's good stuff here from him. And Reedtz moves his way all the way up catwalk now, looking for the peak from cajunb, but it's not coming just yet. As now this is next level production. Oh yeah. So Xizt still holding on to the slope, the crossover area, and we have ourselves finally a good round here for TSM. Now, what would you think is the best option here? You're 3 against 5 as a tease. You've got 40 seconds left to play with.
I would just go for the kills. I think NiP will be able to buy next round anyway.
Okay, well, they have got 1 kill so far onto karrigan. Now,
TSM has control of upper dark, so this is basically impossible for NiP.
Nice shot there from Xizt onto Forest. He's had a really good round so far, very key frags. Get right left with 10 HP, he'll probably go down soon as well. I also say something that I like from this round is that NiP basically understanding the buy TSM, they knew there wouldn't be an AWP, so they actually just ran down suicide and they had like a really fast timing into mid. And I guess they predicted the setup that it'd be kind of the 3, like very fast long kind of setup where you don't have anyone, and that means that you have 2 on B usually, and there's like nobody watching mid. So that was quite cool. And they also caught out Xizt. He was kind of in an awkward position, but he just got the frag. So that was some individual skill there to save TSM. So good stuff there by Xizt.
And worth mentioning that TSM did lose 2 players, so if they lose this round, they will be forced.
Oh my goodness. This is amazing. We've had so many issues here in the grand finals. Everything was smooth up until this point.
Yeah, and
right.
I think we're gonna jump back into the game now.
Yeah, we're getting back in, so don't worry, guys. So we won't miss anything. We won't miss anything. We promise.
And there we go. Yeah, as I was just saying, if NiP wins this round, TSM will be back to not 0 money, but their bank will be broken and they will be forced to an eco.
Alright, so Forest again, a pretty delayed timing out into middle here from NiP. They need to get something going so far. They have figured out exactly what the setup looks like for TSM. We've got player on car, we've got Xizt on the slope there, and of course
look at Xizt.
That's pretty crazy how far forward he is. He's made his way all the way into CT. Now TSM, they're going to get wrapped around here. They do have GetRight, who's trying, for NiP, trying to work his way into long as well, and they must know that's happening. Xizt holding it down though. He's really performing for his team. Just with the AK-47, going to spot the 2 players by Gandalf. Now, is he going to get wrapped here? No, he gets covered by his teammates. Good stuff there by cajunb, keeping Xizt safe, and all he has to do is focus on short, and he was doing that beautifully. So it looks like they are resetting well now, and NiP onto an eco.
I think NiP thought that they could just go up short because they knew that TSM did have an op towards the car. But I would still prefer to do this wall of smokes on long. And I know NiP has that setup. They have a set of smokes that actually covers the entire A site, but they opted to go for just their aim play. Yeah, you can see where they usually throw the smokes, but They tried to out-aim Xypnix in the slope and just didn't work out.
And they're going to try to burst through middle here to see if they can get some damage done. Maybe catch off an Orca or just isolate one Rifler or something. But TSM have a perfect setup really to engage with any mid kind of play. So there's the spray down coming in. Xypnix once again getting loads of kills, gets himself the ace. It is an eco ace, but an ace nonetheless. And that's really going to get things going, really bring TSM back to life, as they've got quite a few rounds in a row. And it's down to the fact that they're winning the Angels. And I think you just mentioned that NiP, they could have gone for like a more kind of tactical play with smokes, but they're still feeling like they can win these Angels like so dominantly. So that was, I imagine, why they chose to do that.
Yeah, I think they just thought they could just out-aim the rifles because they knew that they didn't have an AWP towards the car. But yeah, obviously it didn't work out, and NiP now have given TSM quite a bank actually.
And the Xypnix just did like a pretty fast cat push and then fell straight back down to dropping down to CT. But Friberg straight out there on long. He does get the entry for NiP, and that's exactly what he's supposed to be doing on the team. And that is going to turn into big control on A long. And the A bomb site has been taken by allu as well, just standing large and in charge on the crate. And TSM now in a lot of trouble. Device and dupreeh need to go for the save. NiP have loads of time to hunt them, but their money's not super strong. Should they commit everything to try to get these frags?
I actually don't think so. They knew they lost the last round flawlessly, Xypnix getting that ace in the mid-double doors, but it looks like NiP is just... they're not rushing towards them, at least. Yeah, look at NiP's money. They really should save their guns here.
And save they have some forward positions, just kind of slowly working their way to potential spots where TSM might be hiding with those weapons. I mean, it would be amazing for them to get rid of the AWP, of course. The AWP is like the most dangerous weapon on a save that you really want to get rid of. But as you said, they're playing it super safe, super conservatively. And so far, TSM not doing too badly on Dust 2, but NiP looking pretty good to get themselves back into a situation where they can break the economy of TSM, because they don't have a huge amount of money.
And we actually saw a Bison just laying there in city spawn, so that's one way to break your own back.
Shout out to get dupreeh Bison. Okay, double peek angle here. Interesting, actually. No smoke or anything, they're just double peeking that. Don't see that setup quite often. I don't think I actually have seen a setup like that recently.
And I might have been expecting just a straight up B push from NiP. NiP flashing forward here on short. I think they might be going for that A execute now with a wall of smokes. cajunb, I think, is at a car with an AWP. Is a standard position. Just very standard Dust 2 play here from both teams. NiP just taking control of short, TSM playing that one C to spawn, one guy car, one guy very aggressive long, and just two guys on B.
The problem is that they don't know, I don't think, NiP, what the setup is exactly for TSM. So, do they go for the cat drop? Do they go for the play into A? Well, they don't have a guy in upper dark at the moment. They can position like that, but it looks like they're going to go for the A execute here, the split, leaving Get Right alone to do the damage on A long. And Get Right, the way that they play it with Get Right is definitely a little bit different to most teams, because he does kind of bait a little bit more, lurk a little bit more. But there's two players towards long, so if they shut down Get Right straight away and keep control of long, that's going to be really strong. But Xypnix this time going to go down instantly from Xizt, and Get Right gets a really fast kill onto karrigan. Things not going well at all here for TSM. They are going to... This is basically a very similar situation. Now they just have to save.
And I must question Xypnix's choice there to jump on the box. Like, if you jump on that box, he should have known that the NiP players will spot him.
It's the only place that they should be looking.
And
right?
they will be like spread out 2 to 3 AKs, and I can just like... How could he possibly manage to kill him there?
Yeah, it's one of those spots where, for example, like you'll see sometimes these smokes where like a gap is left, and everyone's like, oh, there's a gap. Let's go into the gap, and that, of course, like the CT through the smoke is looking at the gap because it's like the only place that he can see. And obviously, if you run through the smoke, you still have the advantage on you. So it felt like that situation was like, oh, maybe I can just look over the smoke, but there's literally no other way as the T's coming at it that you have to worry about any other position. So double up now, allu and Forest, and this is what makes their T sides really scary.
And just a great round there for NiP. I love that wall of smokes and it's so effective.
So what are you supposed to do when you're playing all rifles against a team that's double AWPing on T side of Dust 2?
One thing you actually can do is that you try to go aggressive in the dark tunnels. Just try to get early control of the map, push with either 3 or 4 people. But it actually looks like TSM is just opting for the standard type of play. And it's actually okay. I mean, if NiP is doing that wall of smoke, you can't really do something with an off on A anyway, so going for this M4 setup is not really that big of a deal.
And it must feel pretty good to be TSM right now, actually having Forrest miss that AWP shot, but NiP now going to go for the push onto long, and karrigan gets the kill onto Friberg. So no entry there for NiP. Long has been shut down. Now NiP are deciding to go for the mid play. The setup from TSM quite strong. Allu's going to have to hit this entry here onto the player. I believe it's Xipnix who has the angle, and Device obviously as well, but he shouldn't be too easy to shoot. He's going to back away, just gets the info for his team. Now, CT should be smoked off. Actually, Forrest is going to get a kill onto Xipnix, who was on crossover towards A, so it looks pretty good for NiP. dupreeh, oh, great position, great work, triple, and that's going to be TSM securing the round and keeping themselves in the money.
Yeah, and that looked really scary for TSM actually. If you let the terrorists go out that far in middle, and they just do that, they just run immediately up to B instead of throwing that smoke from the Xbox. You usually see the terrorists winning, but just great individual performance there from dupreeh saving TSM.
Oh, very fast play though from NiP into the A-long area, but this standard setup with the 3 players there easily deals with that. Rest of the lineup going for the short push now, very fast with the AKs. And Xipnix, he's been doing very well with just a rifle on this position. He's got the full support of his teammates that can divert full attention to helping him out. Over towards the bomb site, NiP moving really fast, they're blinded. Good grenades coming in from Xipnix's teammates, but they aren't getting the kills just yet, and they are so close. Here finally the kills are coming, the fire goes down, the plant for NiP, but they get completely annihilated, and the defuse will come in without any trouble. And there's no cash now on the bank for NiP. At the very least the bomb went down, but still no buy for them.
And the way NiP is playing right now is they're playing with maybe too much confidence. There's no point in rushing short like that. You just have to like feel them out. As you were talking about earlier, you want to like figure out the positions of the CT before you make a move as terrorists. But they just went out straight out short, just thinking, okay, we will just out-aim them. That's what you're saying with doing that kind of a push. And TSM just answering great with proper flashes and just demolishing that push.
So maybe a lack of respect at the moment from NiP, and overconfidence proving troublesome, but Get Right with the Tech 9 is going to claim himself an M4A1S. But how do they turn this into a round-winning situation? I mean, no armor on any of the players, no nades either. Oh, they line up for dupreeh, just gunning them down, filling them with lead. And here comes Friberg now with a pistol, but again, it's very troublesome with that being without Kevlar due to the aim punch, and it's a 6-5 scoreline.
And I would like NiP to go for the wall of smokes on A, and they don't have to commit to the A side. They can like drop down and see the spawn, try to go for a funky B split. But it was the round. I think they actually won that round as well. It was a round that Xipnix was jumping on the box, and they shouldn't just try to just go straight out YOLO mid or short as they had in the last 2 weapon rounds.
Oh, that nade onto Xizt. Xizt has been actually receiving a lot of nades. Another good one there from Xipnix. So, as you said previously, we're seeing a lot of standard Dust 2 players, as you would expect. I mean, it's kind of the beauty of this map for the T side. You take cat, you take mid, and it always looks the same, but it can be A and it can be B. And they've actually left both of those options open. They've got Forest here on upper dark, but they've also got Get Right outside A long. So once they work out the positions of the players like you mentioned, then they can figure out where to go. But oh no, the bomb actually dropped there. Is that in front of the doors?
I think it's on the other side. Yeah.
Okay, it's on the other side. So he might not have even seen it. I guess he should know that the bomb is there, and it's going to get smoked off. And that's a smoke basically used just to recover the bomb. Also, I guess a little bit scared of Device being on the AWP there. And cajunb is also AWPing from the car position. So really strong A setup here for TSM. I'm gonna go out there and say this. TSM have a huge chance to take this defense.
cajunb missing a crucial shot there.
Gonna line up here for karrigan. Taps both of them down, and it is very strong, very dominant, and great setup there for TSM.
Yeah, but once again we see NiP just going out
With
with
no
with just running out with their AKs in hand. 2 guys on long, 2 guys on short, and like if they're playing defensively with ops, you have to use your nades. Like they have such a huge advantage here, and NiP did that smoke execution on A, and they won it. I just can't believe they're not trying that again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, as the saying goes. But another similar setup here from TSM, and now these double ops are going, and the confidence is rising for TSM. You've got to start being scared, because it did seem that that first map was quite something of a wake-up call. We have a strong first half here from TSM so far. Now, how strong can it be? The Tech-9s are in play for NiP, ready to move up on mid, but some good nades to delay them actually, and that's going to kill a lot of time for that CT smoke to go away. And they don't have any other smokes because they're on the Tech-9 buy. So this is really smart delay here, and the smoke's gone. They can't move up mid anymore. They've had to go up towards dark, and there are 2 players there ready to take the shots, and it's looking quite good here. Device pulls out the 5-7, takes down one. Might get another one, but it's going to be Xizt who comes in to save the day. And again, TSM showing their class. Yeah,
8-5 to TSM now. I think NiP was actually up 5-3 in this half.
Yeah.
And TSM is just playing defensive A every single round. NiP just has to go for that short execute again, or they can go for a long execute as well.
So we have a tactical pause coming in here. So you'd hope this would be Natu saying, "Come on, guys, use the nades."
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe you should get over there. Maybe if you shout really loud, they'll hear you.
Yeah, but this is like really fundamental CS.
Yeah.
Like, if you're the attacker and they have a defensive op, like, how could you possibly just walk out onto that op? Especially if you're playing a player like cajunb. Like, he's not gonna miss that shot. It's like just a completely open op shot. Well, I'm just out of words. Like, what do you think? They can just like strafe out and just instantly headshot them, or that cajunb will miss those shots?
It's like it seems to be like a mix of a lack of respect for your opponents, as well as the kind of overconfidence, as well as not relying on the fundamentals enough and getting too far away from the fundamentals of CS, like you're saying. And that's always got to be your fallback. You've always got to have that layer to your game of the strong fundamentals, no matter what kind of player you are, what kind of style you have. And hopefully we're going to see NiP returning to that. Allu's on the AWP now, and they got full nades to work with.
Yeah, and standard opening here for NiP, and if we look at the overview, TSM just doing the exact setup they're always doing. cajunb there with the op can just rotate back to short, karrigan along, and Xizt and see the spawn.
So Friberg's looking for the entries now on middle, and also the information. It's not just what he sees, but what he doesn't see that tells them exactly how to handle the rounds. And so he would have seen the nade from Xizt, so now he knows that the players dropped from Cat. So, but the thing is, there's still 2 in the B area, and in fact, Device is going to pick up the kill onto Friberg, and now NiP are down to 3 players, and they don't know where to go.
And Device got that frag out into middle. I don't understand why the NiP player just went all alone, having nobody who could do that revenge frag. And let's see if they use the nades now, or if they just will strafe out onto cajunb.
When I say Cajun, you say they're all dead.
Yeah.
They're all dead threat. But
they're actually using
out.
the smokes now.
Here we go. And there you go. cajunb is the one that's going to be dead. It's going to be a site take here for NiP. Good job from them. The grenades made all the difference. And it's going to be another frag coming in. Xizt and allu making it a 2-on-2. Their health is waning though, and the defensive positions of NiP don't look super good at the moment. Oh my goodness! The strafing jump from Device with the spray. Gonna take down Xizt. And we've got allu there on the angles. All down to allu. Can he stem the bleeding for NiP? There goes the peek, and Device almost pre-firing that. Excellent stuff there by TSM for the retake. But also, kudos to NiP for changing it up.
Yeah, and I just want to say, they almost won that round. It went a 2v2 after plant, and they only had 3 people left when they were doing that push. That's just the simple way you do it. You smoke off cajunb, he falls back to pick that Gandalf box, and then you can just strafe out from short, throw a straight flash, and he will get blinded. Like, NiP
and
played that
already on top of
perfectly.
him.
Yeah, exactly, and then you will just get the bomb site. And I would just like to see NiP doing that when they have all 5 players alive.
Okay, well maybe they'll get that going. They're going to try take over long, and it's just karrigan there. He's actually been doing a really good job, and his teammates supporting him very well with flashes. NiP are really blind here. karrigan has had loads of delay to actually get teammates and bodies here to help him out, and there it is. Xyp9x coming in, gets a frag through the smoke. karrigan picks up one. This is really effective. Xyp9x coming in as well, and they've got nobody left. The bomb is down on long, and the entire play for NiP has completely failed as TSM have yet to lose a man. It's f0rest left alive against 5 players, and there's a lot of time left in the round, but it's going to take something special. Here he goes. Got to recover that bomb. That's mission number 1, but the clock is really against him here. As Xyp9x knows where he is. There's a single bullet. Very surgical strike from Xyp9x, and he's on 20 frags. He came alive from the AD fences for his team.
Yeah, and we can see cajunb's duck there in front of his monitor. dupreeh looking very happy. And why shouldn't he be? Leading 10-5.
Xyp9x is even smiling.
Yeah.
Now TSM have some smiles.
Yeah, well, I think we're going to go straight into the second pistol. 10-5 lead here for TSM. Not really a must win for NiP, but almost.
Okay, so going to be interested to see what kind of pistol rounds TSM choose, and also NiP, because you can get aggressive on the CT side too, but it's going to be TSM with a very fast long take with the bomb actually. It's a super fast A split from them, and in fact, not necessarily, they have taken over long. Are they going to commit to this? We do have NiP in pretty horrible positions to deal with this. They're going to go for the full retake here, keeping everyone alive that they can, and they're going to allow the bomb to go down.
And NiP is actually going to retake from short here.
Wow, so many players here for NiP. They're completely butchering TSM just with sheer numbers, safety numbers. karrigan coming in from the back, that's super important. Gets a great tag on the f0rest, down to 8 HP. Xyp9x on the bomb site here for TSM, trying to put the bullets in, but it's a really, really good advantage here now for NiP, and they're going to clean it up. Really amazing retake from them, to be honest. And I love the presence of mind with the positions they had to just say, hey, don't die, let's take this slow, let's let them plant.
Yeah, I agree, but TSM kind of challenged short there 1 by 1. We saw one guy trying to push, going down, then they had one guy at the stairs just going down, and so it's like, you should just try to either like go all 3 aggressive, or just fall back all 3 to the side. It was just too scattered there from TSM.
Absolutely. So we've got a multitude of SMGs for NiP, and TSM with nothing really apart from just some PT50s and a single flash for the long take. So really playing to get the opening kills. NiP with 2 players for this defense, and this is a massacre. allu picks up 3. That's $1,800 straight up there for allu, which is the play you want the money on, as he's going to be buying the AWP first, I would imagine. That was pretty ridiculous. That's a nice little pick off on the poor Friberg. I almost feel bad for Friberg there. He just walks out and he's dead.
Yeah.
That shouldn't happen. Well,
Xyp9x actually having the game of his life now, and NiP with those SMGs got to bank up some money, but TSM is, of course, thanks to the plant of the pistol round, able to buy this round. We actually see a scout here from Device.
Now, what do you think he chose the scout?
I don't know, maybe he really wants to tag someone jumping past middle doors. I don't know, really.
Alright, well, we have 2 people here for NiP. Pretty aggressive short play from them, and they also have support from GetRight, who's standing close to the doors in middle. So NiP, they're actually getting ahead here of TSM with some very strong play, and GetRight kind of throwing his SMG in there, taking a big risk, as he's not afraid to drop the SMG. And it actually worked out well for NiP. They've got the information now, and Xyp9x and Device have to clutch against 4 players. Time is on their side at the moment.
And I think TSM just wants to go for the kills now. I mean, they're actually leaving the site completely open. TSM will be able to get that plant, and if TSM is able to at least get 1 or 2 more frags, I think they will be quite happy with this round because they're still able to force down NiP on Nico.
So why is it they've abandoned the A bomb side, do you think, with 4 players against 2?
I think they feel like it's the most risky position to take aim duels versus an AK, and that's the only way they can lose this round. Because if they just go for the coordinated retake, there's no way they can lose 4v2.
And that's what they're going to go for. So I like that decision, not afraid to give some extra economy to TSM to just have a sure win. And they need this round as well. Allu's got an orb. They can't afford to risk this one. AK comes in. Device doesn't get like a 1 HP for Xizt. Unbelievable. But they must finish this off. There we go. We got 2 frags from Device. This guy has been on fire. But this guy, Xipnix, he's been doing even better. He's going to finish things off for TSM. And they win the retake. Sorry, they win the defense of the retake. I'm looking to you, Threat. Give me some answers.
I don't know what happened there, really. NiP opting to go 3 from short. When, like, if you want to go for that A retake, I feel like you at least have to control long. So maybe they should just have left 1 guy in pit on long, I don't know, but just TSM outplaying them individually there on the retake.
I mean, Device and Xipnix super hot at the moment, so those are the 2 players that needed to be left in that situation. And there's the Tech9 using that pretty much perfectly. Just keep clicking that left one button, and you get some frags. So we got a 5-on-4 situation with a good advantage for TSM on the weapons and now the players as well, as they come in to this execution onto the B bomb site. Pretty simple execution that involves just running in with the guns and getting the frags. But Device, someone's paid this man off. Where's the briefcase for the cash?
Yeah, very straight up round here. NiP with P255-7 eco without armor. Not much they can do really, and they're just looking to at least get 2 or 3 kills.
cajunb is going to have a few frags here. Oh, missed the 3rd one as well. Get right on 24 HP. Going to hunt him down all the remainder of TSM. And they are now 12-7. So NiP losing a lot of traction. And this man here, Xipnix, his play on the A bomb site on their CT side was completely crucial. If not for that, and to be honest, that must have lifted his team so much.
Yeah, absolutely. And NiP going for the buy now, we actually see allu being able to forward that up, opting to go for that defensive short position. And by the looks of it, NiP is going for a similar setup as to what TSM did at CT.
Okay, so here we go. We got Xipnix looking for that entry now. He's gonna is he gonna drop straight down? I think they were trying to. Oh, the double coming in. Allu, great stuff there. NiP, just what they needed. Xipnix will collect the bomb, and he's the danger man at the moment from TSM's side. He's been connecting with everything. But this 3-on-3 again, it's a retake situation for NiP. Get right, just waiting patiently now towards the CT spawn area. Gonna actually run and see if he can get the jumping spray. Gonna just distract him slightly, and this is actually really cool from Get Right because he's just serving as a distraction here, and that's gonna allow Xizt to take the kill. This retake going quite well, but dupreeh in the pit. Yeah, with that AK.
This position is so hard. It really depends if NiP has a smoke left, so we can smoke him off. But by the looks of it, they don't. They do have a kit though, and they actually think he's short.
Oh my goodness, he must. There he can spot the head there. Oh, dupreeh was too slow. He's gonna be absolutely gutted.
And I think he thought he went as far up as he needed to spot him defusing. So he went up and he was got a full sense of security, oh, he's not defusing because I can't see him. But it was barely he couldn't see the pixel of Get Right's head there. And
that could be the round that basically changes this game.
Yeah, and NiP actually thought it was short as well. So if you just would have rushed up the pit, just kill Get Right, he would have won that round.
Wow. Okay, so 8-12 now. We have karrigan. Very fast, really fast timing for a short peek. Really fast. And he's always dropping the bomb, I guess. Or?
Yeah, that's.
Or trying to bait out grenades.
But it's usually just so obvious.
Yeah.
Because you can drop the bomb on the player and it doesn't make that sound, so.
Maybe he just wants to bait out a grenade or something and just use the trajectory to find out where a position might be. Something like a weird, cute information play, I don't know. But either way, it's going to be the B execute in. Straight up. 2 from upper dark, 3 from mid. Forest now coming through, great flash work coming in onto from NiP onto TSM, and it's going to be a 3-on-2 now in the favor of the Danes. Allu does still have an AWP, but they're really far away, and you can see the smoke is causing all kinds of trouble. Now, looks like they want to go for this, or at least to try and get some damage in. It is a 2-on-3, and cajunb still on a Tech 9, sitting in the upper dark area. Flashes in here. There's the boost. Very common we see this now for the retakes. But Allu's not going to find anything, and without that very fast frag, they're like, okay guys, let's just abandon this.
Yeah, it's a good position here by NiP.
Oh, Allu's going to lose the AWP though. So it's going to backfire quite significantly. Really, actually, there's a really nice work from Zipnix there, because he now picked up the AWP as well.
And I just want to point out once again how strong that B split is. If you don't go for the Xbox smokes, because a lot of teams just go to the Xbox, throw the smoke over the mid doors, and you just telegraph that you're going for the B split because they hear the bounce of the smokes off the wall, and yeah, exactly, you can show it there. What they do instead is just walk out mid, and while they're throwing the smoke, they start running up to B, which means it's like 2 seconds for the CTs to react, and they're already inside of B, and it's just so hard to stop that.
Well, TSM now have taken over A long for free. I mean, there's nothing on the buy here for NiP. Just the AK saved by Friberg. And he's close on Catwalk. He's not going to hear anything just yet, but they will be aware that there are players towards long at the moment. So they are rotating, maybe gambling on the fact that it is, or could very well be an A play. Now, are TSM going to commit to this? It is definitely, again, we discussed before, the kind of anti-eco philosophy. It's great to go for the A stuff, and actually NiP have rotated everyone. So they've reacted well, and the slow pace from TSM could actually hurt them here.
However, if you just slow push long with proper nades, even if there's 5 CTs there, as long as they don't have armor and just pistols, TSM should be fine.
Yeah, so not to be discouraged. They have a man, they kind of have a man down because he's waiting for rotations in mid, and we've seen that he's missed all the rotations basically. So here we go, all the nades in. Now, how much damage can be done by NiP? Well, actually, going to get a couple of frags, but the AK is down on the floor from NiP. It's just allu and Xizt with USPs left over, and it's going to be pretty safe here for TSM in the end. And down as well. So, not much to worry about. Although they do lose 3 players, so that's kind of nice. But it's already 2 rounds to, or 1 round to map point here for TSM to force the 3rd map, or get 16 and force the 3rd map, which was Cash, right? Yeah.
Yes, it was. And we saw there, even though NiP had 5 players on the A side, they only managed to get 3 kills. I actually was surprised that they even got 3 kills, but because there are just like no crossfires you can set up there on the A side. You just have to take those honest duels versus them, and it's basically impossible on an eco.
Okay, well, Forest close to the double doors, so NiP not with the super standard setup. I think that's Get Right joining in with the SMG. Gonna hear the smoke, the flashes there. So this is a very committed position. Forest gonna have to get a frag. He sees the shadow. That's gonna warn him. There's a bit of spray, but it's not gonna really help him out through the doors. Gets an easy frag. So Forest with 3 kills. TSM, what can they do now? It's cajunb and Device. Device is gonna try to get a shot off, but Forest with the perfect spot to hide from that. cajunb will pick up a kill, and he's gonna move through onto the B bomb site. But in comes Forest, just gonna sit by the double doors of B and see what damage he can get done. He's going to be very aware there's a player behind him. Friberg will deal with that though. And in comes cajunb. Forest going to spot him. Just toying with him now, allowing his teammates to come and help him out. The bomb is down. Look how safe Forest is playing. The NiP of like 20 rounds ago, Forest will probably try and just take the jewel there.
Yeah, absolutely. And great round by Forest, but I also must say that was really bad by TSM. Especially the second guy coming from short there. Didn't look like he actually knew where Forest was. He just like randomly jump up on the ledge, and Forest could easily get him. And if you're walking out mid, you should always be 2 guys close to each other so we can just trade. Like, that's just basic CS. And I think Device was just too afraid of Forest there.
Yeah, it really did seem that way, and Forest played it like his in-fight movement is so good. Like, so good. That's a point that takes kind of some time to explain to someone who's a bit newer to this game. But to those who know what I'm talking about, it's something that we always love to see. Now, we do have the push coming up catwalk here, just for pistols. So they're going to go for that short plant here. That's the objective. Get that money here for TSM. But allu, it's a bit of a shooting practice here for him. And jumping practice there for Get Right. And he does get the jumping frags with the rifle.
Yeah, and as we talked about earlier, it's basically impossible to push short there when you don't have any nades, but TSM is excused because they actually were on eco there, so I mean, if you're non-eco, you can just risk it and say, okay, let's just try to jump around there towards the gun or towards site and just hope that the opera will miss us.
Okay, we have, well, normalcy here for NiP. Although they are playing 2-1-2, which is not the most common setup, but it's fairly standard as well. Why do you think they chose that?
I don't know, actually, but they're actually rotating back to a regular setup now. And 3 people going towards long now. Friberg all alone there. And the guy that's supposed to help him is actually playing on the A side. So Al is really far back. You usually play the car because you can actually rotate back to long really fast. So Friberg is going to have to play huge on long to be able to trade effectively.
Alright, so it's on Friberg here, or it's on allu to get a very quick kill on the karrigan if karrigan pushes, so that he can help out if Friberg dies. But in they go now. It's all about this man in the pit. Gonna spot them, and there goes the flash. Now, how good is it gonna be? Gets the first kill. Only that though. Now allu under huge pressure from both angles. Friberg going down. They collapse like a house of cards, and it's gonna be Xizt and Forest on the rotation for the retake, and it's not looking good. cajunb going to cut that off. TSM looking like they're going to have map points secured now.
Yeah, and that play from Friberg is just so weird. You usually see one guy, you have to have one guy close along to help him, because you basically can't trade effectively if you're playing alone in pit. Like you saw the 1-for-1 trade there. Like, what could you expect to get, like 2 guys in a row or something? But like, if you get a 1-for-1 trade in pits, you're basically giving the terrorist long, and the round is basically lost from there. So I would like to see allu playing the car now so we can help Friberg with flashes.
Alright, well, let's see if that is what they're going to try to do, because it's allu actually pushing catwalk at the beginning here, and it's not going to amount to all that much. Doesn't get a fast kill. But I have to say that TSM are much faster than a lot of teams on the kind of timings that they take catwalk. I think we're seeing a similar thing from NiP as well. karrigan moving forward. Look at that. He actually saw that the drop. He predicted the drop there down onto CT, but can't capitalize. 1 HP. That's insane. Bit of NiP magic there for allu to survive, and NiP setup looks pretty strong still.
cajunb just trying to get some information here in the middle.
And that makes him look like a noob, but it's just a gamble basically. And that's going to be Friberg in a new position with the SMG, and that's him making the money, shaking that money maker, and it's going to be 4 men surviving for NiP, so at least they're getting the economy back. And by the way, just to remind you, we have never had, well rather we haven't had an overtime this weekend, or on Friday, over the duration of this LAN finals.
Yeah.
We have not had an overtime yet, so can NiP pull it out?
TSM going for the Tech 9s and P50s doesn't really make any sense if they're on 15 rounds. It's not like they can money screw NiP since they only need 1 round to win. But yeah, going for the long push now. Probably gonna be demolished. Actually get the first kill.
Oh, and this is dangerous. This is very dangerous for NiP. They have to secure these quick kills, and they do. Look very scary there. That first frag, the drive-by onto allu, was super scary. That's actually how those rounds get won.
Yeah, and I've seen that a lot this tournament. People having 15 rounds and still going for the Tech 9 buy, like without armor. It's like the only way that makes sense if you're actually trying to win the round, because you can't like screw their economy. So I would actually just opt to go for like the full Glock eco, because you only need 1 round to win.
Yeah, it does make a lot of sense. You speak sense, sir. Now, just AK for TSM. Double ops from allu and allu and Forest. Now, 2-man setup on B for NiP. They are mixing things up again. They don't have any mid presence, and this is the kind of timing that middle is a little bit scary. And there is the kind of B split smoke, or the mid push smoke, and there are no Danes behind it. Get right might discover soon.
And it looks like it's going to be a B split fake, or they're going to push into B, but they want to fake that the majority of the players are going to go through mid. And you see Divisor smoking C to spawn, waiting for the reaction from NiP, and yeah, there we go. The push is coming in from dark now.
But Forest lands 2 very key shots. The fire comes in. It's really difficult, and they walk into the spray. The hail of bullets raining down on them from Xizt M4, and that was super easy cleanup. And it feels like, how does, I mean, okay, they have to find a way to deal with the guy on plateau before they push in, right?
Yeah, and I don't think they knew that Forest had an op there on plateau. Maybe, I don't know if NiP smoked it, because usually a big tell is if there isn't a smoke in tunnels. But seeing that NiP is just playing the standard setup as City right now, I want to see TSM going for the wall of smokes from short. I've talking about this this entire map, but that is the way to punish the standard way of playing City right now. Because you're cutting off the op, usually you have one guy City spawn. We usually see Get Right actually playing in spawn, because you're afraid of the B split. And you can just cut him off by throwing a Molo towards elevator, and just go and take over A. And yeah, we saw when NiP did that round, they actually were really successful. Like they almost won that with only 3 players.
Yeah, with 3 guys.
So I know I have seen TSM do that smoke wall, so I'm really surprised they haven't utilized it yet.
Well, now they're going for the play with just a pistol, trying to get the bomb planted on the B split. Bomb is down though, handled pretty well here by NiP so far. Xizt on the plateaus, and he's just trying to be sneaky. And this time he's not going to get a quick headshot with the P250. So NiP 1 round away from the first overtime of the tournament, and it's going to be in the grand final. And of course, this map, if they win Dust 2, NiP are going to be crowned the champions. And I must say they didn't even qualify for the previous FACEIT LAN finals in that season. So that's a nice step up for them.
And this round is obviously extremely important to both of the teams.
Device back on the AWP. They've got 3 players moving through dark down into mid. So this is very, very standard basic play. But if they don't leave anyone in upper dark, you'd expect that they'd be thinking more about the A split. But they do need to get that info. Bomb is towards Catwalk, actually.
And they might actually go for that short play now.
Okay, so it looks like they want to kind of maybe fake the B a little bit.
They're actually going to throw the smoke towards B, so yeah, exactly where it's pointing out right now. So I think they're going to go for an A split, where they push into C to spawn, and just try to like push short from 2 angles at the same time.
Okay, so they're going to get themselves through the smoke. dupreeh flashing himself in. Forest already getting the defensive frag onto cajunb as they move forwards. Great snap there from dupreeh onto allu. Very important stuff here. Get right, he's holding this position down, but there's the trade. Trade for trade. 3-on-3 right now as TSM try to take this bomb site, and the bomb is being planted for short by Device. Great stuff there from Friberg. Oh, Friberg coming with 2 huge kills, and there's the third. Friberg gonna save the round and force it to overtime in the grand final. TSM gonna be completely gutted. They should have been able to close Dust 2 much sooner, but now they're gonna play overtime, and it's gonna be MR5 16k. We're gonna be here for a while.
Yeah, and it was 15-5, right? So they had 5 rounds to win the game, and Friberg.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, in that round, like 15-14 in the grand finals, and you're 3v3 going from long all alone as well versus 3 TSM players, and it just looks so easy, you know. It's just playing with so much confidence. It's just awesome to see.
It really is, and especially, again, I brought the point earlier, Friberg's been the guy of the team that's been having, let's say, or been underperforming a little bit lately, so it's so awesome to see him having awesome rounds like that, especially in such important moments. And this is a super fast round here from TSM. They're going to stick onto the T side. That is gorgeous there from Xyp9x, pushing straight on through. Allu, though, with the defensive frag, there's no pressure from short, so Allu has his undivided attention on that long area, and he's actually delayed the push on long. NiP, they need to get help right now to the A bomb site, because Get Right's going to be alone on the defense here towards Catwalk, because Allu has to get these shots on long. And there it is, drops the bomber, so NiP looking very good, although Allu will miss the shot, and in comes cajunb with a double, but it's all on him. Wow, there's another one from cajunb. He somehow makes it into a one-on-one. And Forest is rotating in from long, and of course the bomb is down.
Why would Get Right challenge there? It doesn't make any sense.
Oh, Forest just has to hit this shot. Oh my goodness, that was so fine.
cajunb didn't actually see him. You see him flashing towards short there.
Oh my god, so does cajunb really have no idea? Oh, I really think he has no idea, and Forest might get a really cheeky angle. He's going to spot him, but cajunb's now spotted him as well. And the problem is he can't move, he gets tagged as well. cajunb gets him so low, down to 18 points of health. As Forest moves up, he knows that he must be low. In come the shots. Forest out with a nade. This is so tense right now. cajunb playing with the boxes. Any bullet will do it, and there it is. cajunb somehow gets the shot. Oh man, that kind of scoot and shoot there from cajunb was ridiculous.
Yeah, that's so tense, and great play there from cajunb to clutch that round, but I have to ask, why would Get Right challenge there from the bomb side? Could it just have delayed him even more and just like do that peekaboo play where you just like show your head and just go down straight away?
Okay, well maybe doubles are going to help NiP out here. And that's such a close round. It is the setup that's working the best for them against TSM so far. And every time I see NiP recently, double ults have been their bread and butter. And of course with the 16k, they can afford those straight away. And that can be a struggle on the map like this, getting that CT economy, but it's overtime, so you kind of eliminate that from the equation. And that should make this favorable for NiP in this half.
And TSM, I think they know that Friberg is playing solo on low now, so TSM will just try to punish him with going for a long execute, by the looks of it.
Okay, so it's a very slow round. TSM have shown quite a strong pace in some of the rounds, but we have a much slower one here, so keeping NiP guessing.
I'm actually rotating back to short now, but Get Right is waiting for them there.
Oh, Get Right spots the cat drop. He knows what's going on right now. Oh, they're all lining up for Get Right. Gets 3 kills. I don't believe it. That couldn't have gone better for NiP, and now he knows everything as well. Unbelievable stuff there. Forest there with the AWP on the barrels of Plateau. They're going to be lining up for him. He's going to be missing the shots, but again missing the shots here, but he's got the support from his teammates.
And that's just typical Get Right timing. Like, that has never happened to me. Like, remember the last time you worked out short and you had 3 guys in the back in lower dark in a perfect line?
Oh yeah, that happens all the time.
Yeah. And like in a grand final as well.
Yeah.
Overtime.
Just Get Right things. Hashtag Get Right things. Oh wow, nice shot there by cajunb. Even through the door, I think. Clipping through the side. dupreeh going to be denied there. So 1 round apiece so far in this overtime. Oh my goodness, karrigan going straight out, catching Get Right as he was trying to reposition into the mid defense. And NiP have lost everything towards the B side. I don't even know how that really happened. It seemed like TSM just caught them out of position.
Yeah, and very straight up run there from TSM, and NiP going for the save. Is it 16k?
Yep.
So yeah, they actually should save. Like, there's no point in going for this, and no point in going for exit frags as well, since TSM will obviously be able to buy.
And of course, oh nasty. So of course the fact of the matter for NiP as well is, despite the economy playing less of a, like, having the battle to establish it as CT being a struggle, of course having 16k straight away, as I made the point, that's not an issue to begin with. But because they have such an expensive setup, as you said, like double orbs, it gets really difficult to deal with on the money. But a couple rounds left in this one. cajunb denied out of the A long area, and TSM with a very basic round start again. Just actually playing very slow. They were quite wary of cat pushes, actually. They have a setup here where they are looking for a cat push, but it's not coming from an IP.
Yeah, I think they're expecting TSM to do their 4 people dark push, but that's not what's going on. Bomb is actually rotating back in T-spawn right now.
So they waited until 110 here to smoke off mids and push into short with 2 players, and they have 3 outside long. Are they going to go for 4 players on long, or is karrigan going to make his way up short here? Well, there it is. He's going up for short. So the 3-2 splits.
And Friberg once again just playing solo here. I don't know, like allu is so far away.
He's got to pull out something massive here in this round to make this work for his team. If he can slow down this with like a couple frags or even clean house, let's see. Here goes Friberg with the spray, gets nothing. That is amazing for TSM. They're going to have such a fast pace. allu's going to have no chance. He's burning alive. He can't do anything after Friberg dies. And again, they fall like a house of cards. Once it's like Friberg's kind of like the linchpin, and just everything collapses once they lose long in a situation like that. And
by the looks of it, NiP was really expecting a B push there. You actually saw GetRight playing close to mid doors, really afraid of that B push, and was close to B. And that combined with allu playing on the A side, meaning that Friberg, like, he has no rotation at all. Exactly, there was GetRight, allu was on the A side, so Friberg not managing to get 1 single kill, and I really think allu needs to play at the car now, and I think Friberg has to take a position like strafe the pit so we can get information, and then allu can rotate in and they will try to kill them together, because we see auto snipers here from TSM just trying to go for the kills when they pass the mid doors there.
So it looks like, I mean, this is a pretty... Like, this half is turning out pretty badly for NiP so far. They've only picked up 1 round. And again, I think it should... I mean, am I wrong in saying it should be CT favored here?
I'm actually leaving allu here now with the op.
So that's their adjustment. They've got a device just checking. Just checking to see what he can find out here. Trying to maybe bait out peak or just get some info. Again, it's not only what you see, but what you don't see that can help inform them as to what a decision they want to make. Now, they've got 2 players up at dark here, and they're going to slowly actually push. It looks like a bit of a contact push. I think it's just a boost over the smoke. Oh, are they actually going to go for that? No, they're just going to push straight out. And already the frag's coming in. Good setup here from NiP, but they're losing the duels. Forest, although he's going to hold this down with the Famas for now. And Device is going to be stepping. Forest has no HP. Device knows he's on the right. There's the frag. No! Device doesn't pick it up. Forest somehow saves the day. And it's going to be cajunb with the Tech 9 to finish the job. But that's going to put it to a 2-on-2. Forest has given NiP a nice chance for the retake. And they're straight in there. Straight in front of the smokes. cajunb playing by the big box. And the bomb needs to go down. There's 20 seconds for that to happen. As we do have Friberg alone. And the plant will go down finally for TSM. That's going to be a bit of a relief. But we still have to take down Friberg, who absolutely is going to be going for this one. This crossfire is absolutely deadly though, and Friberg will know where Xyp9x was, but cajunb, the crossfire again, very, very dangerous. 4 T rounds, that's going to be hard to live up to for NiP.
Yeah, especially considering TSM will have 16k, meaning they can go for their double op setup. They can even go for an auto sniper if they want, only needing those 2 rounds. So NiP is in a lot of trouble now. I actually think we're going to go to the 3rd map.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. And that's absolutely fantastic, because this is such a good matchup, NiP and TSM. So we're getting a great grand finals now. After the first map, I was afraid that we would be a little bit disappointed with what could have been, but this Dust 2 has been fantastic, and TSM in a good advantage. Not going to get anything on the cross or NiP just yet. Just leaving allu with the AWP. But look at the timing. They're so fast down middle, actually. Just charging down. Are they going to go straight through, or what is the play here from NiP?
They just want to get fast mid control, because they know the 2 guys on B is just playing so passive, just strafing the B doors to watch mid and having 1 guy see the spawn. So there's no point in not taking control of mid fast.
HE going for it. Dude, Xyp9x's HEs are absolutely, and it's always exist. It's always exist. He gets headshotted by an HE. This Xyp9x guy, man, I don't know if he like attaches magnets to it or what. But that's next level.
Did it actually do
It dinked him and then exploded.
73? No, it can't. He must have been hit in mid or something.
Well, we have the push coming in now. Upshore not looking too hot here for NiP so far, but they are going to take the bomb site, despite being a man down. And Gerro's there to try to cut off rotating players. It's just dupreeh, though, who's in lower dark at the moment. And the long push coming in is going to be really scary, but so long as Gerro can hold on here, there is a chance for NiP to take this pretty easily, but it's not going to happen. Allu's got to go down to help out now towards Catwalk. That's going to give them a lot of room to move up towards Long, and the push is coming. Allu took too long to deal with that player. He's now 1-on-2. There's the first shot. karrigan hits the ground. cajunb needs to bait him out, but Allu's playing it perfectly at the moment. There is no time left for the defuse. Allu's done the job. And it's going to be around for NiP. Great 3K from Allu. Great play in the one-on-one.
Yeah, very important clutch. And it really looked in the beginning of that round that TSM was going to win it quite easily, but NiP always playing strong in these like really tense situations in finals.
And Xyp9x is closing in on the 40 bomb. Oh, nice shot there onto dupreeh. Straight away at the start of the round. Now, fast push here from Friberg again. Very fast mid-control. I have to say this is actually quite rare that I see such fast mid-control. Is this a change just recently entering the meta?
Yeah, it's actually quite common now, just due to the fact I stated earlier, when you very seldom have an AWP peeking mid. You just want to go 2 guys into B because you're afraid of like a fast B push, and then you just stay into B 2 people and having 1 guy in CT spawn, trying to get that B double door CT spawn crossfire if they go for the B split. So yeah, it's quite common now actually.
And this setup from NiP is pretty from TSM is pretty default as well. Especially being a man down, there's not much more they can do. They're kind of gambling a little bit towards A, which actually is the smart move because A is the weaker site if the team splits 2-2. It's easier to isolate a player. So it's going to be the B play though from NiP, just going towards B despite that, and that's going to end up hurting TSM massively. Now, I'm always curious how teams play this situation when they get the early pick, because the typical response is 2-2, and you should always go A if you can confirm that it is 2-2. But TSM gambled towards A. So I kind of think that TSM were expecting NiP to go well.
And I think that was the correct play by TSM. Like, you have to gamble. You're not going to be able to stop NiP with playing 2-2. So either go for like 3 towards B, 1 guy A, or 3 towards A, 1 guy... yeah.
And the 3B, 1A is probably the riskier gamble.
That's what I meant.
So yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I think NiP were just trying to play against what was expected, basically, with that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they have that much thought going to B. Like, sometimes when you don't have the information or where the CTs are, you just basically have to go for the... Like, flip a coin, like A or B. Okay, let's just go B, because you can't know where they're stacking.
Yep. And, well, it's a pretty good start for NiP so far on the T side. You know, it's not looking too shabby. Double AWP here, cajunb and Device. Now, 2 players up a dark for NiP. They are very defensive at the moment, really defensive. They've got, it's usually Forest who's actually, like, on the position that Friberg's on, kind of looking for that cat aggression on top mid, but it was actually Friberg this time. So just trying to stay safe. But TSM, they often have quite passive setups. I'm not used to seeing a lot of aggression on their CT sides.
No, they're just playing the way most teams plays now. 2 guys inside of B, 1 guy CT spawn, 1 guy car, and 1 guy just playing aggressive long.
What's the danger here for them? What would they be dreading NiP to do in this kind of a setup?
I think the worst case scenario is either they do a wall of smokes on A, or they do the fast B split, where they just walk out and just immediately run up to B. And it looks like they're going for the wall of smokes on A. Okay,
so very potent setup, as we saw previously from NiP, almost winning around with 3 against 5 on it. Xyp9x in position there towards the crossover. He's got a teammate beside him as well. I believe it is, yep, cajunb with the AWP. So the wall of smokes would absolutely render him useless, and there it is, the smokes. But actually somehow cajunb gets a shot through the smoke to take down Xizt as they charge onto the bomb site and get an instant plant. I think this going up, and what can he do there? Stuck behind the smoke. It's so powerful. The 3 players left here for NiP though, as they are slowly getting whittled down thanks to Device and karrigan. How are they managing to find these frags? I'll never know, but allu's got a clutch, gets the first flick shot onto Xyp9x. 2 players left though, it's a short plant, pulls out the Tech 9, and there's nothing he can do. He's stuck behind the Gandalf box, and it's going to be the defuse to TSM, so...
And the two key factors for TSM winning that round was karrigan winning the trade in pitch, of course. If he would have gone down there, it would have been absolutely disastrous for TSM. And also Xizt9x predicting the short push. He was actually rotating up. He was already on the A site when the push came in. So those 2 things were the key factors for TSM winning that round.
Alright, well, and that puts them onto map point. 1 more round for TSM, and they are going to force us to cash the last map of the grand final, potentially, if it does go that far. As it is best of 3. NiP with that 16-1 Inferno to kick things off.
Xizt9x playing this seed spawn position. It's always so hard. You always have to gamble a bit, because if you're close here and see the spawn, you have a better position for that B split. But as we saw last round, if you're rotating up to A, you have a way better chance of winning if you go for the short push.
Okay, well...
And once again, great decision here for Xizt9x, playing C to spawn when it looks like NiP is going for a B push.
Yeah, no smoke just yet on CT. Perhaps we get the fast pop there, and there it is. Wow, Xizt9x pulling out the kill onto Get Right. Oh, he might just get caught there with the nade up, but no, cajunb's got his back, and he's actually going to allow this awesome situation on the defense here. Device, oh, he's going to miss the shot, but dupreeh's there with the M4. It's looking fantastic here for TSM. There's nothing Forrest can do. He's stuck behind the smoke, gets eliminated by Xizt9x, and it's going to be TSM forcing map 3 cash in overtime. Great stuff there, TSM. They close. And this, I mean, I gotta say, TSM, they love making life difficult for themselves.
Yeah, having that 15-10 lead, making it overtime. They did manage to win the overtime, but they should have closed out that match way earlier.
Yep. All right, guys. So, I'm just going to take a breather now. We're going to have, of course, the analysis back after the break. So we'll take a very, very quick break. Stay with us, please, on FACEIT TV for the analysis of Thorin, which everyone loves to see. And I think even he will be very excited now after seeing a map like that in this series. So, guys, stay tuned for that. We'll be right back.